Well, hello, Budget Dolls. I'm Margot, and welcome to Budgets Untamed. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my debt and what's going on with my debt. We're going to do an expense planning today. In other words, pay some bills for the end of the month. And I just wanted to bring you along. I think I will come back to it if I have to. Well, hello. Here I am. I just wanted to jump on here and talk to you a little bit about my current status. And hopefully you will open up and talk a little bit about your current status. Because one thing that I know for sure, we are not in this alone. And it looks like a lot of people in the budgeting community have it all together and have all of their bills paid, but they don't. They don't have every bill paid. Like some of them do, but for the majority of us on the channel, we don't. We're just trying to get them paid. What I love about the community is that we are here for each other. So, yeah, I've gotten into some trouble with my taxes. And, I tried really hard to get my bills and keep my bills paid on time. So when I was younger, when my son was younger and I was raising him, you always get these huge tax returns back. Also, I bought a home when I was in Delaware, and I had the home and my son, so I got huge returns. So then I sold the house and moved, and my son aged out of college, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I didn't believe that my, taxes would be that high. So I ended up having to pay, so I ended up not filing. But I'm out and away from that now. It's been several years. I've got everything filed. I know how much I owe. I'm paying it back, and hopefully I can get it paid back by March of next year, maybe April. Sometime before the summer of next year, that's my goal. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll keep you guys posted on everything. And listen, if you guys have any issues with your budget, please let me know. Put it down in the comments. We help each other with your budget or with your bills that you are hiding or that you haven't paid or somebody doesn't know about. It's so much better to get it out in the open and get it off your chest and be able to, find a solution to that problem than just keep holding on to it or not opening mail. It's gonna bite you in the butt soon enough. So put something down in the comments. We'll work on it together. I just wanted to have you see my face again, and hopefully you guys can relate to me and my story and share my information, share my channel, and we'll keep this thing going. We'll talk soon. Now I have a new setup here. This isn't going to be the only room. I'm going to go back to my budgeting table, but today I just felt like being in the window, and hopefully you guys can see what's going on in the video. If not, let me know. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side, and I just wanted to start with my cash plan. I'm sorry, I always say cash planning, with my expense planning here. So at the beginning of the month, I put 50 into streaming. I paid off AT&T. I put 50 into my state taxes. I put 160 into my IRS. Capital One, I paid 25. Amex, I paid 100. US Bank, I paid 100. And I had put in some money for my gas to get back and forth to work. So at the end of the month, I have my Pepco bill. So my Pepco bill is about $99. So I'm going to put $100 into it. My Washington gas bill is $17. Storage 122, state taxes I'm adding 50, and I think that's going to be very close to being paid off. My IRS I'm putting in another 160. Progressive, my insurance 102 is due. Xfinity is 116. I think it was $100 the last time, so I'm gonna put down 105 just because I'm not exactly sure. I don't know why that bill keeps changing. And the app is so terrible. How are you Xfinity Comcast and your app is not user friendly? To the point where it has an old address that that it keeps reverting back to, and that old address is, I moved out of there in 22, I believe. In 2022 is when I moved out of there, because it was shortly after COVID. And I moved to a new location and moved again, which is the place I am in now. So that was 3 addresses ago. And I'll fix the app, and I'll call them, and we'll take the steps to repair. Oh, everything's going to be great, and it'll work good for a month or two. It will revert right back to that old address. So I think, and the account was different. What I used at that time was different. Everything was different in that apartment. So I'm thinking maybe I should call them and just say, can you delete that address? And maybe that address won't come back. Because I've actually tried to delete it myself, but somehow, I don't know, Xfinity, y'all got to get it together. And then my bill amount was like 112, and next thing you know, it went to 116, and then it went to 118. So I complained. I was like, I never called you to change my account. I never added anything. I never did anything. So why is my account just climbing up? Because if I don't pay attention, it'll be $130 before you know it. Because I was on a promo, but my promo hadn't ended. Because I have a piece of paper with everything on there, all the details about the promo, and the promo still is going on. So there's absolutely no reason why that dollar amount is creeping up. So next thing you know, after I complained, they got me down to $100 a month. So we'll see. Oh my goodness. I had to crash out about Xfinity for a minute because it's ridiculous. Okay, Amazon, my Amazon bill I think is 102. Wait, let me see what my Amazon bill is. Yeah, it's 102 for Amazon. And my Credit One bill is telling me you don't owe anything, but it's going to pop in there in a day or two. So I'm going to go ahead and forward $25 into that, and then I'll fix it when it comes back and tells me exactly how much I owe. Okay, and so for gas, I'm budgeting $80, and that's because when I fill up my tank, it doesn't take $80. It takes about 50 or 60, but I'm putting in 80 because sometimes I need gas before it's time for me to get paid again. So, but the last time I filled up my tank, I used points, so it was only about $45, and I still have that. So I'm gonna go ahead and budget. Let me just budget 70, and we'll see where that takes me. Okay, so let's see where we are with that. Let's see where that's going to get me this time. So how is everyone doing with your budget and your bills? Sinking funds. My sinking funds are non-existent right now, but I'm going to get back to them. I'm going to do a video showing, what I'm doing differently with them. Okay, so let's add this up. $100 for Pepco, Washington Gas, 17, 122. That's $8.53. And that is a great number because I'm going to have a little over, hopefully close to like $275 left from my cash. And that's good. But I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to need, how much I'm going to need for my sinking funds. And like I said, I think that will be another video because I do have to get ready for work. So we will see where this gets me. But I'm going to take a moment to transfer the $853 into my bill pay account just to get that ball rolling. And then we will see where we are after that. So I'm so happy with my new format. I recreated my tracker, and I like this much better. I took the cash planning part out of it and I put it on its own sheet. And this is just when I do my snowball, which I'm going to have to do here within the next week or so. The extra payment will go here because it is really part of a bill. So I put that on expense planning. So that looks good. I am totally happy with it. And like I said, I have my debt payoff. I think one of my bills is getting paid off soon. So I will come back to you guys with that information. Thank you so much for joining me today, dolls. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.